like it. Say hello to Cliff. Once again, it's time for another episode of Bible, Bailing Wire Bible, and an atheist point of view. I am your host, Shua, reading the Bible from this cover to this cover, in the order it was printed, in the order it was written, one chapter at a time, and one chapter per video. For the best reason of all, I laugh my ass off every single time I do. I mean, it's funny. Just the way it's written and printed. Okay, I have lived from time to time, but yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea to actually know what's in it for yourself, so you can actually say you've read it, unlike most Christians. Anyways, before we get started, let's rock this joint. Alright. Where I left off is Deuteronomy chapter 30. Here we are. Okay. Let's read. Verse 1. And when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before you, and you call them to mind among all the nations where the Lord your God has driven you, because he's driving the fun bus, ain't he? Verse 2, and return to the Lord your God, you and your children, and obey his voice in all that I command you, today, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your heart on. Verse 3, then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes, and have some mercy on you, and he will gather you again for all the peoples where the Lord your God has scattered you. Scatterbrain. Verse 4, if your outcasts are in the uttermost parts of heaven, from there the Lord your God will gather you, and from there he will take you. As long as you're at the right stop. Verse 5, and the Lord your God will bring you into the land that your father possesses, that you may possess it, until you can no longer pay the bills, then it gets repossessed. And he will make you more prosperous and numerous than your fathers. He'll give you 2 loincloths. Not just one. You'll get one for a change. More prosperous. Verse 6, and the Lord your God will circumcise your heart. Oh God, here we go with the fucking metaphorical circumcisions again. Circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring. I hope it's metaphorical. Oh, shit. So that you will love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, that you may live. Verse 7. And the Lord your God will put all these curses on your foes and enemies who persecuted you. Verse 8, and you shall again obey the voice of the Lord and keep his commandments, and I command you today. Never mind the fact you can't see him. He's there, the man behind the curtain. Verse 8, and you shall again obey the voice of the Lord and keep all his commandments that I command you today. Verse 9, the Lord your God will make you abundantly prosperous in all the work of your hand, in the fruit of the womb and the fruit of the loom. He will provide you many pairs of underpants. And in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your ground. For the Lord will again take delight in prospering you, as he took delight in your fathers. I bet he takes delight in killing them by the thousands too. He takes delight in genocide. Verse 11, for the commandment that I command you today is not... Oh, I skipped a verse. My bad. Verse 10, when you obey the voice of the Lord your God to keep his commandments and his statutes that are written in the book of the law, when you turn to the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your heart on. I think the heart on would be more effective than the soul. Verse 11, for the commandment that I commanded you today is not too hard for you, neither is it far off. Of what? Verse 12, it is not heaven that you should say, who will ascend to heaven for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. You can do it. Verse 13, neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, who will go over the sea for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. Maybe it's their Bonnie that lies over the sea. Verse 14, but the word is very near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart. So that you can do it. Fucking do it, man. You can do it all night. Verse 15, see, I have set before you today life and good, death and evil. I love how he created both. I have set here before you today, good and evil, because God made them both. Verse 16, if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God that I command you today by loving the Lord your God, by walking in his ways, walk this way, and by keeping his commandments and his statutes and his rules, and you shall live and multiply. What about Adam subtract? No? Oh, I'm sure we'll subtract. God, Yahweh loves subtraction. And the Lord your God will bless you. Bless you, I love those words. Fuck. So you mean kill you? Bless you in the land that you are entering to take possession of it. They're a poor choice to describe what Yahweh's doing. Bless. Verse 17, I wouldn't say cutting off the tip of my dick is a blessing. Verse 17, but if your heart turns away, because it's got legs now, and it can run off, and you will not hear, but are drawn away to worship. Sorry, I drilled into the hole. To worship other gods and serve them. Verse 18, I declare for you today that you shall surely perish. Perish and die. The way of Yahweh. You shall not live long in the land that you are going over the Jordan to enter and possess. Because that would make sense or something, right? Verse 19, I call heaven and earth to witness against you today that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Because Yahweh's a douchebag. Therefore, choose life, that you and your offspring may live. Gee, really? You're right. No, we'd rather die. Verse 20, loving your Lord your God, obeying his voice, and holding fast to him is like slavery. For he is your life and length of days, that you may dwell in the land that the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and to give them. You okay, Gabe? Good. Alright. Well, kids, once again, this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.